Assalamu alaikum everyone. I'm Dr. Maimoona and today is our last lecture from the unit cardiovascular system, and I'm going to discuss the control of blood pressure. So the blood pressure is controlled by two ways. Number one is short-term control and the other one is long-term control. In short-term control, the mechanisms involved are the baroreceptors, chemoreceptors, and circulating hormones. And the short term control is basically a moment to moment control of the blood pressure. Long term control includes regulation of blood volume. My emphasis is on the blood volume through kidneys. So the blood volume is basically or the major contribution of control of blood volume in the body is by the kidneys. So blood pressure can be controlled by regulation of blood volume by the kidneys. And the second mechanism is renin-angiotensin-aldosterone system. Angiotensin and aldosterone are basically the hormones, and the major site of action is kidney. Again, both of these hormones, when they act on the kidneys, they control the blood volume. So in short, we can say that long-term control is basically the control of blood volume. Like if there is an increase in the blood pressure, so through kidneys, blood volume can be decreased by increasing the urine formation, and blood pressure will return back to normal. Similarly, if there is fall in the blood pressure, there is activation of renin-angiotensin-aldosterone system, and both of these hormones, angiotensin and aldosterone, they causes the reabsorption of water through the kidneys, leading to increase in blood pressure. Now here in this diagram we can see that if there is increase in the arterial pressure, the red arrow which is going upward showing increase in the blood pressure. So whenever there is increase in the blood pressure, our changes occurs in the body which leads to decrease in the blood pressure. So control of blood pressure is basically a negative feedback system, or the decrease in blood pressure due to increase in the pressure is controlled through negative feedback mechanism. So if we say that there is increase in the blood pressure, what will happen? Immediately after increasing the blood pressure, baroreceptors are stimulated. Baro stands for pressure. So these are the pressure receptors. They respond to pressure. So these changes in increase in the blood pressure are detected by the baroreceptors. These baroreceptors then send signals to the CVC. CVC stands for cardiovascular center, and the cardiovascular center is situated in the medulla and pons. This CVC can also receive impulses from the higher centers and from the chemoreceptors. So increase in blood pressure detected by the baroreceptors send signals to the cardiovascular center. In the cardiovascular center, there is sympathetic inhibition and parasympathetic stimulation. So sympathetic discharge is decreased and parasympathetic discharge is increased. Now here we can see that the effector organs are the heart and blood vessels. अगर ब्लड प्रेशर इंक्रीज़ कर रहा है तो हमारी बॉडी ने रिस्पॉन्ड करना है और ब्लड प्रेशर को डिक्रीज़ करवाना है। तो ब्लड प्रेशर को डिक्रीज़ करवाने के लिए क्या होगा कि हार्ट रेट डिक्रीज़ करेगा और स्ट्रोक वॉल्यूम डिक्रीज़ करेगा। सो बाय डिक्रीजिंग द हार्ट रेट एंड स्ट्रोक वॉल्यूम एज वेल एज ब्लड वेसल्स का डायामीटर इंक्रीज़ कर जाता है। सो देयर इज़ वेसोडाइलेटेशन। अब ये दोनों चेंजेस हार्ट में और ब्लड वेसल्स में हुई कैसे? सिंपैथेटिक डिस्चार्ज डिक्रीज़ किया और पैरासिम्पैथेटिक डिस्चार्ज इंक्रीज़ किया। तो जब पैरासिम्पैथेटिक डिस्चार्ज इंक्रीज़ होता है तो हार्ट रेट डिक्रीज़ करता है और स्ट्रोक वॉल्यूम डिक्रीज़ करता है, ठीक है। और जब सिंपैथेटिक डिस्चार्ज डिक्रीज़ करेगा तो ब्लड वेसल्स की वेसो कॉन्स्ट्रिक्शन नहीं होगी। तो जब वेसो कॉन्स्ट्रिक्शन नहीं होगी तो ब्लड वेसल्स डायलेट कर जाएंगी। सो वी नीड decrease in heart rate, decrease stroke volume and vasodilatation in order to decrease the blood pressure. So this whole loop shows you how blood pressure is regulated through baroreceptors, and this is the short term regulation of the blood pressure. It's very important slide, the effect of autonomic nervous system on the heart and blood vessels. As we have already discussed that autonomic nervous system has sympathetic stimulation as well as parasympathetic stimulation. Now the sympathetic stimulation increases the heart rate and increases the strength of contraction of the heart और द फोर्स ऑफ कॉन्ट्रैक्शन। तो जब हार्ट फोर्सफुली कॉन्ट्रैक्ट करेगा तो स्ट्रोक वॉल्यूम इंक्रीज़ करेगा, ठीक है। एंड सिंपैथेटिक स्टिमुलेशन causes constriction of the blood vessels, but arteries supplying the skeletal muscles and brain, they dilate whenever there is sympathetic stimulation. So again I am repeating that the effect of sympathetic stimulation is to increase the heart rate, increase strength of contraction and constriction of blood vessels. Now the effect of parasympathetic stimulation. Parasympathetic stimulation decreases the heart rate. Opposite functions हैं इसके, sympathetic stimulation के से opposite function करता है parasympathetic stimulation. So parasympathetic stimulation decreases the heart rate and decreases the force of contraction. Most of the blood vessels do not have a parasympathetic blood supply. Remember it. There is sympathetic supply to the blood vessels, but there is no parasympathetic supply to the blood vessels. Baroreceptor reflex. Now the details of baroreceptor reflex. Now the baroreceptors are basically the nerve endings which are sensitive to the pressure changes. अच्छा, हमारे पास different types के, there are many types of receptors. So the type of baroreceptor is stretch receptor. They are basically the stretch receptors. They undergo stretch, right? सो ये स्ट्रेचिंग कब होती है बैरोरिसेप्टर्स की? व्हेनेवर देयर इज़ इंक्रीज इन ब्लड प्रेशर। तो ब्लड प्रेशर इंक्रीज़ होता है तो बैरोरिसेप्टर्स स्ट्रेच कर जाते हैं। देयर इज़ स्ट्रेचिंग ऑफ द बैरोरिसेप्टर्स. Baroreceptors are basically the nerve endings which are sensitive to the pressure changes, and these are located in the aorta and in carotid sinuses. Aortic sinus and carotid sinus. This is the location of baroreceptors. Baroreceptors are the stretch receptors which responds to pressure changes. They regulate moment to moment changes in the blood pressure. A rise in the blood pressure causes stretching of the baroreceptors. So whenever there is stretching of the baroreceptors, it means they are stimulated and there is increased discharge from the baroreceptors. So increased signals to the cardiovascular center in the brain. Cardiovascular center responds through increased parasympathetic supply to the heart, and as we have discussed that parasympathetic supply to the heart slows down the heart rate as well as decreases the force of contraction of the heart, leading to decrease in blood pressure. At the same time, sympathetic stimulation to the blood vessels is also inhibited. So sympathetic stimulation जब कम हो जाएगी और डिक्रीज़ हो जाएगी टू द ब्लड वेसल्स, तो ब्लड वेसल्स डायलेट कर जाएंगी. देयर इज़ वेसोडाइलेटेशन. तो वेसोडाइलेटेशन इज़ रिक्वायर्ड टू डिक्रीज द ब्लड प्रेशर. टुगेदर दीज इफ़ेक्ट्स रिजल्ट इन डिक्रीज इन ब्लड प्रेशर. कौन से इफ़ेक्ट्स हैं? डिक्रीज इन द हार्ट रेट, डिक्रीज इन द फोर्स ऑफ कॉन्ट्रैक्शन, वेसोडाइलेटेशन ऑफ द ब्लड वेसल्स. All these three effects leads to decrease in blood pressure, and this is called the baroreceptor reflex. So in this diagram we can see on the left side, you can see there is increase in the blood pressure. So this increase in the blood pressure increases the activity of the baroreceptors because they are the stretch receptors, and increase in blood pressure causes stretching of the baroreceptors. So increased baroreceptor activity leads to increased discharge. Discharge क्या है? बेसिकली बेटे इम्पल्स की ट्रांसमिशन तेज़ हो जाती है जब भी बैरोरिसेप्टर्स स्टिमुलेट होते हैं. तो बैरोरिसेप्टर की स्टिमुलेशन से जो इम्पल्स का डिस्चार्ज है, इम्पल्स का कंडक्शन है फ्रॉम द बैरोरिसेप्टर टू द ब्रेन, वो इंक्रीज़ कर जाता है. बैरोरिसेप्टर्स आर बेसिकली लोकेटेड इन द arch of aorta and in the carotid artery at the bifurcation of, जहाँ पे डिवीज़न होती है कैरोटिड आर्टरी की, तो वहाँ पे साइनसेस बनी होती हैं, वहाँ से थोड़ी सी आर्टरी आप कह लो स्वेलिंग हुई होती है. सो in this swelling we have baroreceptors, and similarly in the arch of aorta there is a swelling which is called aortic sinus. तो यहाँ से aortic sinus से और कैरोटिड साइनस से इम्पल्सेस की ट्रांसमिशन होती है टू द कार्डियोवास्कुलर सेंटर इन द ब्रेन. वहाँ पर क्या होगा? इन रिस्पॉन्स टू इंक्रीज़ इन ब्लड प्रेशर, जब इम्पल्सेस ज़्यादा जाएंगी कार्डियोवास्कुलर सेंटर में तो पैरासिम्पथेटिक डिस्चार्ज ज़्यादा होगा, पैरासिम्पथेटिक इम्पल्सेस ज़्यादा जाएंगी, और पैरासिम्पथेटिक सप्लाई है हमारे हार्ट को. ठीक है, तो जब पैरासिम्पथेटिक स्टिमुलेशन होगी तो हार्ट रेट डिक्रीज़ करेगा और फोर्स ऑफ कॉन्ट्रैक्शन भी डिक्रीज़ कर जाएगी. तो जब हार्ट फोर्सफुली कॉन्ट्रैक्ट नहीं करेगा तो वो ब्लड कम बाहर भेजेगा, एंड दैट ब्लड इज़ बेसिकली द स्ट्रोक वॉल्यूम. ईच स्ट्रोक में जो वॉल्यूम बाहर जा रहा है वो कम जाएगा. सो देयर इज़ इंक्रीज इन द पैरासिम्पथेटिक इम्पल्सेस एंड देयर इज़ डिक्रीज इन द सिम्पथेटिक एक्टिविटी or the sympathetic impulses, and which leads to vasodilatation. And all these three effects, the decrease in heart rate, decrease in the force of contraction and vasodilatation, leads to decrease in blood pressure. Our stimulus was increase in blood pressure and our response is decrease in blood pressure, and the whole mechanism is being controlled by the baroreceptors, and these baroreceptors, they detect second to second changes in the blood pressure and they can respond within seconds. अगर blood pressure increase करता है तो within seconds baroreceptors respond करेंगे to decrease the blood pressure. That's why it is called the short term regulation. Now, the decrease in blood pressure decreases the baroreceptor activity. ये opposite हो जाएगा अब इफेक्ट आपका baroreceptors का. So, fall in the blood pressure decreases the baroreceptor activity. तो अब सारी की सारी changes opposite होंगी. अब baroreceptor activity कम हो गई है, इम्पल्सेस कार्डियोवास्कुलर सेंटर को कम जा रही हैं, तो क्या होगा कि सिंपैथेटिक इम्पल्सेस या सिंपैथेटिक डिस्चार्ज इंक्रीज़ कर जाएगा और पैरासिम्पैथेटिक डिस्चार्ज डिक्रीज़ कर जाएगा। तो सिंपैथेटिक डिस्चार्ज जब इंक्रीज़ करेगा, दिस विल लीड टू इंक्रीज़ द हार्ट रेट एंड इंक्रीजेज द फोर्स ऑफ कॉन्ट्रैक्शन, एंड increase in the sympathetic discharge to the blood vessels leads to vasoconstriction. And all these three effects, increase in heart rate, increase in the force of contraction and vasoconstriction, will lead to increase in the blood pressure. So our stimulus was decrease in blood pressure. Body में blood pressure fall कर गया था. Through the activity of the baroreceptors, blood pressure is going to increase. Now the chemoreceptors. Chemoreceptors are the nerve endings which are situated in the carotid and aortic bodies. Baroreceptors are situated in the carotid and aortic sinuses, while chemoreceptors are situated in the carotid and aortic bodies. ये bodies में हैं, baroreceptors sinuses में थे. Location दोनों की aorta and कैरोटिड आर्टरी है, बट कैरोटिड साइनस एंड एओटिक साइनस था बैरोरिसेप्टर में, और कैरोटिड बॉडीज़ एंड एओटिक बॉडीज़ हैं कीमोरिसेप्टर्स की लोकेशन. दे आर प्राइमरीली इन्वॉल्व्ड इन द कंट्रोल ऑफ रेस्पिरेशन. Chemoreceptors, they are very sensitive to the levels of carbon dioxide, oxygen and acidity of the blood, pH of the blood. So whenever there is increased in the levels of carbon dioxide in the blood or decrease in the oxygen levels, cardiovascular center increases the blood pressure by increasing the heart rate and vasoconstriction, so that blood flow to the organs can increase and there should be more supply of oxygen to the tissues and more removal of carbon dioxide from the tissues. Now coming towards the long-term regulation of blood pressure. Long-term blood pressure control is mainly achieved through renin-angiotensin-aldosterone system and the antidiuretic hormone. Renin-angiotensin-aldosterone system is known as RAS. RAS stands for renin-angiotensin-aldosterone system, and ADH. ADH is antidiuretic hormone. Both of basically RAS system and the ADH system both are involves the hormones, and whenever there is stimulation of RAS and ADH, blood pressure is going to increase. Both of these systems causes conservation of water, causes reabsorption of water from the kidneys, leading to increase in blood volume. And we know जब ब्लड वॉल्यूम इंक्रीज़ करेगा तो ब्लड प्रेशर इंक्रीज़ कर जाएगा. सो ऑलवेज रिमेंबर बेटे, स्टिमुलेशन ऑफ रास एज वेल एज ADH लीड्स टू इंक्रीज इन ब्लड प्रेशर. Both of these systems, they regulate blood volume, thus influencing the blood pressure. So by increasing the blood volume, they increases the blood pressure. Whenever there is fall in blood pressure, there is stimulation of RAS as well as increase production of ADH. Now we have another hormone which is the ANP, atrial natriuretic peptide, that is released by the heart, and it causes sodium and water loss from the kidney and reduces blood pressure. So the function of ANP is opposite to that of the ADH and RAS. RAS जो है basically angiotensin aldosterone system, it increases the reabsorption of sodium and water from the kidney, and ADH alone causes increased reabsorption of water through the kidney. So long-term regulation of blood pressure is basically the regulation of blood volume by the kidney. That was all about regulation of blood pressure. Now the next topic is pressure in the pulmonary circulation. Pulmonary blood pressure is lower than in the systemic circulation, and the reason is because in the pulmonary circulation we have so many capillaries in the lungs, so the pressure is kept low. If the pulmonary capillary pressure increases beyond 25 mm of mercury, fluid is forced out of the blood into the air sacs, and this is called pulmonary edema. This is a very serious condition. Last topic is pulse. So first of all, how can we define pulse? The definition is pulse is a wave of distension, right? A wave of distension that is felt in the artery wall each time the left ventricle ejects blood into the system, right? So the definition is pulse is a wave of distension in the arterial wall. You can feel the pulse in the arterial wall. It is a wave of distension in the arterial wall. And when this pulse is being generated in the arterial wall, whenever the left ventricle ejects blood into the circulatory system, so we can feel the pulse. The aortic pressure wave is transmitted through the arterial system. So जो पल्स एओर्टा में डेवलप होती है, विच इज़ अ वेव ऑफ डिस्टेंशन इन द एओर्टिक वॉल, वही ट्रांसमिट होती है थ्रू आउट द आर्टीरियल सिस्टम, एंड वी कैन फील दिस पल्स इन द सुपरफिशियल आर्टरी. Average pulse rate at rest is 60 to 80 beats per minute. Pulse tells us about the rate at which the heart is beating, the regularity of the heartbeat. It means the intervals between the beats should be equal. It should not be irregular. The volume of the beat, the tension, the artery wall should feel soft under the fingers. Thank you very much.